just need a minute to replenish who I am, and who I am is so dependent on exactly where we stand. I stand in any pose, anything but tippy toes. I want you to feel smaller, always taller. Now I'm a cheerleader, she a baller. The difference in height isn't I left my ego at the altar. Now every ring's a thing, and everything I taught you is coming back around to me, just like revolvers. And every single click is just hammering it home. Who knew Russian roulette involved answering the phone? Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny. So much hype. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A swing and a miss with the left hook. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You just see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dares do anything out of turn.
And he misses with the left uppercut. Punch, counter punch. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. So they will throw in the towel. The corner has stopped it. They won't be happy about that, but c'est la vie.
They don't like that. Listen to them. Oh, listen to that. When he gets back to the gym, his team is going to give him hellfire. This is what you work on as a...
Win the title. I don't have to think too heavy. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant this trally's up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about Pacquiao. It's funny how the tables turn. You're not Ricky Hatton up. Tonight I have to let me put my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting batted down. Prison cell, something you just say. Undisputed, we're the undisputed ones. We want it to be gangster, yeah, we want it to be done. We end up in the can and I don't mean a Rubicon. I've always been a champion, I've done this on my ones. I've been running up hills, I've been banging.
You could not have. Here comes. Shook. Welcome inside this. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Can't find a home with that jab. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This is such an amazing theater. So many great concerts have been performed here, but nothing quite like what we're going to see here.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theatre, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent or laid out there.
Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Every time they throw it, this round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. He is on to the second round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch. That doesn't score. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That left hook missed. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Misses with the straight left. Punch, counter punch. Which one? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. And there's the bell for round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. You've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class. It sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. Swing and a miss with that jab. I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Good counter punch. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Now this is about desire, this is about character, this is about want.
These two were made for each other. No rest for the weary. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, we know they've got the... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Throws the jab but does not score. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
No rest for the weary. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this. Time for the 5th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Catch and shoot. Holding nothing back here in the round. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Beautiful counter shot. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. You'd like to see more jabs. That jab misses. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. You know, here we go in the 6th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and become on points.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Counter punch. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Neither fighter willing to slow down. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. There's the bell to start round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You won't know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Swing and a miss with that jab. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. And there's the bell for round 8. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Have to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep...
There's the bell for round 9. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. This fight has a real good flow to it. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the Glamourweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he misses with that straight left. These punches coming from every angle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Calzaghe in that lap. There's the bell for round 10. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Tried to score with the uppercut. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Stamina is off the charts. Sugar Ray is down. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? He threw a punch and just got countered. You don't want to trade shots. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
These two fighters are made for one another. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Calzaghe. There's the bell for round 12. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp.
Oh, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious... Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get big apple.
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.